My name is Pekker. I'm 31. I'm married. I have 2 sons. I work for Netflix as a senior software engineer and test, aka senior bug finder. I make your Netflix experience better, specifically related to originals content. I've been coming to ASD for 3+ years, and I'm currently a green belt. My first impressions of ASD, the instructors were very nice to meet you and encourage you to keep going. The facilities are very clean, and everybody was just very friendly to give you feedback on your skill. So I train 3 to 4 times a week. Sometimes I'll double down just to get extra cardio. If I was single, I would definitely come a lot often. So Krav Maga is a great system that gives you a nice foundation for all your self-defense. As you progress into higher belts, a lot of the techniques are built on top of what you've been taught in previous classes. When your adrenaline goes through the roof, a lot of times your technique goes out the door. So we do a lot of training in a high-stress environment for you to get used to the adrenaline dumps. So what surprised me the most is how close we try to simulate what happens on the street out there. You can have multiple attackers or people with weapons coming after you. So we do a lot of, we simulate a lot of this in the classes to make sure you're ready for whatever happens out there. So I definitely see a lot of progress since I started. I'm a lot better at sparring and doing a lot of weapon stuff. When I came in, I didn't really know anything, and I was just, I was a punching bag for the most part. So the hardest thing I ever experienced in my life was definitely my green belt test. It was 6 hours of just pure hell, multiple attackers coming from different angles. You had your eyes closed, and people trying to take you down. I got injured pretty badly during the test. I didn't know if I'm gonna finish. And it was just very exhausting emotionally and physically. It's hard to describe it. It's probably just one of those things that you have to go through. And once you do, you'll know it's gonna suck. I would recommend ASD to anybody who wants to get in the best shape of their life, who wants to learn self-defense, being able to be aware of your surroundings and fight off multiple attackers. You start out, the classes are pretty intense, but once you progress and you go to higher belt, intensity changes as well. So the lower classes are intense, but they're not as crazy as the 530 classes. So if you're just trying to get started, don't get discouraged. So why do I keep going? My end goal is probably to get a black belt in Krav Maga. Every class is different. Every instructor has their own twist. Some instructors have a long jiu-jitsu background. Others will, nitpick your technique, and others will give you pure hell and give you, high-intensity endurance training. So for me, it's probably the curiosity and what happens like in the next class, what kind of thing they had set us. What kind of thing they have set us up for. So what surprised me the most is that we did what was the second part? Intensity changes as well. So the lower classes can be intense, but not as crazy as the 530. So don't be discouraged. No, it's not. The lower class. The lower black. What kind of drill they had set us up for? Where did I start?